All right, the first piece to understanding your nutrition plan is kind of understanding a little bit more about the body. And I believe that understanding more about the body is going to help you understand why I'm asking you to do specific things. And then you'll have an easier time kind of, I guess, rationalizing why you're doing it this way instead of doing it ways that you've done in the past. So, first things first is let me grab a scan. So this is a scan that I have from someone, and something that's super important on our scan is the basal metabolic rate. That's the first thing that we're going to talk about because that's how we actually assign your meal plans to you. So we get your scan, check all of this stuff out. A basal metabolic rate for this person is 1653. Now, what that is the amount of calories that this person can take in like to be a vegetable. So that is just not moving, not walking, not talking, nothing, just like laying like that. That's how many calories that person has to take in minimum to literally sustain life. So I like to always draw a little graph. Oh, this marker sucks, but you could see. Anyway, that is the absolute minimum. So BMR. And we're going to call this one 1650. Okay, so have to fill up all of those calories, number one. Then on top of that is our total daily energy expenditure, okay? And for most people, that's probably from like 300 calories up to, like, say somebody that carries the mail or something is probably up to like 800 or 1,000. But most of us, we don't move around that much at work unless you're like in nursing or something like that. Usually I allot probably 300 calories there. So have to hit that as well. So we're so far 1650. And we're just gonna like give this person like a median of 300. I'm so sorry, that's terrible handwriting, but you get the gist, right? Then another thing on top of that is our activity. So this is more of your fitness. So hiking, kayaking, going to the gym, things like that. For you, we're going to call that another 250 to, we'll say another 250 to 300 is generally what we're burning at our session. So whether that be boot camp or our semi-private. So also have to hit that amount of calories. Okay. So that's a whole lot of food so far. So we'll call that like 250. So 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. So we're sitting around 2,100 calories for this person. Now, when I look back at their scan and I see they're about 190, so 190 pounds, then that makes a lot of sense. You have to eat quite a lot in order for your body to do the function that it's supposed to. So you're probably wondering now at this point, like, okay, so if I'm eating 2,100 calories at 190 pounds, how am I going to lose anything? Because I'm always told I have to be in a caloric deficit. That's so confusing. You're 100% right. You do have to be in a caloric deficit. That is our caloric deficit. We don't want that to exceed 20%. Okay, because if it's any more than that, your body's not going to be able to take in, or rather, your body's not going to be able to execute the processes you want it to. And usually that process is storing muscle, which is metabolic tissue, so that you can burn fat, which is, we don't want that. Okay, your body stores its energy in body fat, and that's why we have an excess of it, excess of body fat when you're not moving much and you are eating too little, right? And that's a lot of people's problem, not even just ladies, but you're eating too little because you think like, oh, if I eat less, I'm gonna weigh less, which is not actually true. So anyway, that said, this is the only deficit that you need to be in. Like 20% is the max. So that said, that's how we make your meal plan. So then we're on the next step. So hopefully you understand this. If you have any questions on it, just let me know.